Stephen touched on there is more at stake tomorrow in the U.S. than just the presidency. Of course, there are the state races and various initiatives. 3 states, among them Washington, will decide whether they want to legalize and to tax marijuana. As you know, there is a movement in British Columbia to do just that, not only to take the gangs and the violence out of the pot business, but to generate millions of dollars in tax revenue. CTV's Joe Perkins reports.
From his Cobble Hill home, marijuana activist Ted Smith rolls one up and puts Tuesday's vote into perspective.
Tomorrow could be and should be the biggest day for cannabis activism worldwide, not just here in BC or Washington State or Colorado.
At stake, an issue British Columbia knows well, the legalization of marijuana.
I don't like it personally, but it's time for a conversation about legalizing marijuana.
Tomorrow, Washington State will vote on Initiative 502. If passed, it could legalize the drug for people over the age of 21. Farmers could grow it and stores could sell it. Proponents in BC include former Attorney General Cash Heed.
Let's end marijuana prohibition.
Who says BC can learn from Washington.
They have a very, very contemporary policy to deal with marijuana.
A policy that would see the state impose a 25% tax on the drug, with 40% of the revenue going towards the government and the rest towards substance abuse prevention. The state says taxation would generate $500 million a year. And while the money could help fund things such as healthcare and education, its biggest blow could be to BC gangs.
Absolutely, because the criminal organizations that are making a substantial amount from the sale of marijuana to markets such as Washington State, it will no longer be there for them.
Despite overwhelming support, the province's position has not changed.
The fact of the matter is that if there were to be a change to the criminal code to deal with this issue, it needs to be done by the federal government.
It's a message the Victoria Cannabis Club has heard before. And while operators argue it's getting old, they say the fight over pot is momentarily in the hands of Washington voters.
The most important thing is that the discussion is happening and it's an intelligent discussion. We're removing all the boogeymen so people can actually sit down around their dinner table and talk about the benefits of cannabis.
While polls suggest Washington will vote in favor of Initiative 502, the federal government could still turn it down. Either way, hopes in BC are higher than ever.
I've never seen in all of my work an opportunity such as this.
A chance to spark change. Joe Perkins, CTV News, Cobble Hill.